Dub's told. Dub's told. Dub's told. Dub's told. Dub's told. Dub's told.
I've been saying that shit, and people hated me for it.
Yup.
And I caught a lot of heat, but I'm from a barrio, old barrio, that I had homies get out that were on the yard with him when he did that, when he departed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been known. You know what I mean? And the people that tell me don't lie.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they have no reason. They don't even watch YouTube.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I was just like, hey, what's, you know what I mean? Same age, like, whoop, whoop, you know? Oh, that's so-and-so. Yeah, man, that's the way. You know?
That's what they would say. Like,
yeah, so vale verga. You know what I'm saying? Simple. No hate, because those vatos, they don't even hate.
Yeah.
The guys that have been down
Dude's gone.
after 26 years, they don't hate. To them, it's just like, oh,
Down, whatever.
another leva. You know what I'm saying?
Dub's told. Dub's told. Dub's told.
That's what rubbed me the wrong. Like, wait a minute, what the fuck? You want to politic on everybody else, but when somebody brings something up about you, you want to hide and switch and do all this and say people are hating on you. Why do you think it is so difficult for that guy to just come out and say, hey, bro, this is who I am? For that guy to just come out and say, hey, bro, this is who I am.
A lot of times we want what we used to be, but we have to accept what we are today. A lot of times we want what we used to be, but we have to accept what we are today. A lot of times we want what we used to be, but we have to accept what we are today.
Dub's told. Dub's told. Dub's told.
You can never stack up to mine, homeboy. I'm not trying to compete. You can, motherfucker. I don't know if I can or not. I don't know if I can or not. You know what's crazy? You say that you can't compete, but you know where I can compete. I don't know what you've done. Nowhere. I don't know what you've done. Nowhere can you compete with me. I don't know what you've done. Nowhere can you compete with me. Chafa.
Dub's told.
A lot of times we want what we used to be, but we have to accept what we are today. A lot of times we want what we used to be, but we have to accept what we are today. A lot of times we want what we used to be, but we have to accept what we are today.
Because listen, man, one thing is always gonna be true about men, as men, any man. You know what I'm saying? A man's love language is respect, homie.
Facts.
When a man loses respect, he loses love for himself and even the world around him, dog.
Facts.
You know what I mean? He becomes a shell of himself, dog. So the only way, right, to try and garnish some of that respect back is to make us look, the ones that did complete the mission, you know, the ones that came out still on 10 toes, right, to make us look less than worthy of any respect. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So they try to even out the playing field, dog. You know what I'm saying? By calling us frauds and what kind of glitcha do you like? Come on, bro. I at least had enough glitcha not to fucking go and debrief on everybody in my whole life. Dog, imagine, listen, dog. I can see on 48 hours, right? Fools are scared. Right. You know, hot one just happened. Hooters are like, well, we know it wasn't you, but if you don't help us out, you're going down with it. Well, fuck it, man. Well, fuck it, man. Well, fuck it, man.
Fuck it.
You know what I mean? I could see at those moments when fools break because they're at their weakest, right? They haven't even hit the cell yet. They're just thinking about it, and that's reality hit, right? But damn, you've been down, what is it, 16 or 20 some years?
It's 20, about 24, okay, but he was already down like 12.
24.
15, yeah.
And at that point, you decide, you know what, man? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck it. Carson Jerf, you got Chango, Mosca, and Tren.
It's good. I know those assholes as well as I know my own.
I'm telling on everybody. That's everybody. That's people that didn't do you wrong, fool.
You know this.
That had nothing to do with none of your pedo. That's a lot of people that were good to you. That's a lot of couches you slept on. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of the Doña sons and daughters that broke bread with you at the pad when you're over there for barbecues, dog. You know how many vatos that jumped for you when you got booked or got jumped?
And also,
you know what I'm saying? People that were loyal, dog.
Also, when you're in that level, you've done other fools much worse for much less.
Listen, okay, that's another aspect of it. See, but that's another aspect of it, and that's how the ego is, dog. You know what I'm saying? People that's why you gotta be careful who you prey on. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you gotta keep in mind that one day you might be on the shit end of the stick.
Right.
But these vatos never, even to this day, he doesn't consider himself at fault of nothing.
Dub's told.
Because in his mind now, it's dog eat dog. And I made it out, so I don't give a fuck. But you know what the sad part is? That Vatos made it out without telling, eh? All he had to do was hold his fucking balls another 5 years.
Yes,
and he would have got out with all his pride and all his fucking honor.
The laws would have changed.
So not only did he fail the mission once, he aborted it twice, dog. So that's gotta hurt, homie. Understand that.
Dubs told.
You know what? I've seen a lot of them. 9 out of 10 times they did something wrong, and then they didn't have the heart, didn't have the quota to get themselves out of it and take whatever they had coming. So they took that easy way out. And a lot of them get very angry, as you know. And a lot of them get very angry, as you know.
Dubs told.
You're not on my level to question my clecha. You're not on my level. You've never been on my level. Okay. You play this YouTube shit, but you were never on my level.
Dubs told.
I've been cussed out by the best of them. You know what I mean? And like dudes like Dubs, you know, like I think what we were talking about earlier, dudes just saying anything for clout, for views and everything, that's what he does. I feel like he knows that it's over for him. So he's going to do this because there's people all over the country that want to hear about this shit. And
love the prison story.
The way he talks, they eat it up. You know, he doesn't want to come out and say, hey, you know what? Yeah, sabes que ama peseta. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's going to lose a lot of those people. You know what I mean?
Whether it's through the videos or through the lives, it's amazing. I was never supposed to get out of prison. And I deserved to die in prison.